Hello my dudes and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos that are posted daily. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Rich people of Reddit, what does it feel like? What's the best and worst thing about being wealthy? For me, it's knowing my son will never have to worry about student loans. Exactly this. Not rich, but upper middle class, and one of the most important things to me when breaking the poor single mother working 3 jobs to make ends meet cycle was this. Happy to say that my daughter, just entering her 4th year, will graduate debt-free, meanwhile I'm still paying off these damn loans. $13,000 to go. Newly rich, but the biggest change has been the mental relief that comes with not having to worry about paying bills, or affording pretty much anything. There is some stress that comes with trying to make sure other people don't know about it. Dual income no kids high earners here. We make a combined $360,000 per year. The best part is exactly what you'd expect. We exist with a financial peace of mind and a generally higher standard of living. We don't really worry about any of our basic needs. Mortgage, bills, and our day-to-day expenses are all only about 20%-ish of our after-tax income. We're left with a very healthy sum of money to save, vacation, and buy luxury/discretionary items. We don't live overly lavishly, but we own nice things. We drive comfortable cars, eat at relatively expensive restaurants, collect wine and Art Deco prints, and we just got back from a 10-day cruise in New England. We also spent 14 days in Maui in April. At the end of the day, I think the greatest downside we have is the palpable resentment of some of our friends/family members who have less than we do. You'll have to take my word for it when I say that we aren't flamboyant or arrogant about our wealth, but when some in our social circle find out what we make, or more typically they intuit it based on how we live, they can become entitled/expectant, or just generally bitter with us. Edit. I've received a number of PMs asking, and I don't mind revealing. My wife is a deputy district attorney, and I run a fairly successful solo practice doing criminal defense and family law. I grew up poor but worked hard and got ahead. I don't think it feels any different. I still eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches and shop at grocery stores on the weekends while doing everything I can to save money. Good thing, enjoyable travel experience. Bad thing, family and friends' expectation of luxurious gift products. The good part is that you don't have to worry about things that depend on money. You know you can pay for it. Car breaks down? Whatever, just have it fixed overnight and rent an equal immediately. House trouble? Bring someone out to fix it right away. Insurance and medical is a lot easier when you have the money to not worry about it. This next part will be the definition of a first world problem. What's worse though is that in some regards it's true that it can be less fulfilling. When getting a paycheck means nothing, it's not as fun. Of course you don't strictly need to work if you have enough money, but if you don't, then what do you do with your time? Gotta do something. Otherwise it gets boring as hell. I tried. It's awesome for a month to do nothing. Then I got bored. I have a job I love, and I look forward to going to work. It's not about the money, it's about my colleagues and the work I do. All in all though, I think there's like a couple of levels. 1. Having enough money to not have to worry about things financially, but you still have to work to maintain it. This is the ideal one in my opinion. 2. Having enough money to not have to work, but not enough to live a life that is based entirely in being rich, like living in luxury, doing whatever the hell you want, and so on. This is less ideal and might leave you frustrated. 3. Having so much money that it literally no longer matters what you do. Think Bill Gates, people like that. Maybe not his specific amount of money, as that's a bit more rare, but enough money to live like that. Where it's not as big of a concern if you live extravagantly or in luxury, because you can easily afford it. This is better than step 2, but I personally prefer 1. The best thing is how much less stress you have when you are able to simply will away problems with a little cash effectively spent. Not just your own, but for those close to you as well. Problems no longer become panics. The worst part, which isn't all that bad I must admit, is watching my son become lazy and knowing he can skate by and still have a nice life. My parents were both millionaires independently for much of my childhood, so I got a 10-year experience from the ages of 9 to 19 living with my very rich family. As to how it feels, that depends on specific times or situations. Best thing, awesome house, heated pool and ground, large property, beautiful furniture, the best gadgets, getting whatever I wanted as a kid, and Christmas was amazing. Worst part was being singled out as a rich kid isolated me socially. I got bullied for it. My parents didn't like how high their taxes were. I didn't learn the real value of money until later than I should have. I know this sounds cliché, but at a certain point beyond financial stability, more money doesn't make you any happier. My parents were very rich and very unhappy. Not filthy rich, but thanks to my job I am securely in the upper middle range, 6 figures. It feels pretty damn good. The only downside is I can never tell people how much money I make without incurring some form of bitterness or jealousy. Especially if the person knows I didn't go to college. Oh my god, I've seen people get red in the face over that. That's a wrap on today's video. If you enjoyed the video at all, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. Until next time.